So now we're gonna move on to section 3 of this Bible study. Learn what we learned from the script today. We go by the same sequence. So I'll go first, Jason goes second, and Matthew goes third. So to me, I will pick the verse 12. Wisdom will save you from evil people, from those whose words are twisted. Very true. It's very true. Nowadays, not many people have or are willing to put time to read, to gain knowledge, and very easily nowadays people get flooded with information, whether it's on the news or on social media. And the true knowledge, in my opinion, you can gain. I'm not saying you can't gain knowledge from news and stuff, but you can gain a lot more knowledge just by reading books, and I have experience on that. My wife and I have spoke to someone who worked in the bank for years, for 10 years. And then when we ask something like reserve cash rate and those kind of things, we didn't learn that from school. We just learned it from the book we read. And this guy doesn't seem to know much about it. So, and the dangerous thing is these people are working in the advisory industry. They are accountants, they are lawyers, and some of them are so-called investment advisors. So if you don't know anything by yourself before approaching them, potentially you will get misleading advice. And whose money is gonna be losing? Your money. It's not their money, they're still gonna charge you a fee, and that will never change. That if the advice didn't work out, you lose money, it's on you. And that's what exactly this verse is saying. Wisdom will save you from evil people, from those whose words are twisted.
Yeah, very true.
Yep.
Very true, man.
Yeah, on the book I read, Bankruptcy, it shares one very interesting story. So this 70-year-old man, he had a business, but this business didn't go well. And before he started this business, he borrowed a lot of money from his friends, from a lot of creditors. But he can't make the payment back. So he went to the author of this book and asked him for advice. This author is more of a street smart. So he has been through tough times himself and he knows how to deal with it. Unlike those people from school, the school only teach people what is right. So you have to do the right thing. The right thing doesn't mean the best things. So anyway, the author gave him a solution, which is like you have to pay the bank and ignore the creditors, but you have to make sure you pay the bank. The 70-year-old man didn't take the advice, but he turned into a director of the company, which is about to close, which is his own company. And the director say, I know the right thing to do. What you have to do is you have to pay all your creditors and you pay half to your bank. So the 70-year-old man listened to their advice. But what happened is the bank didn't get the full payment. So very soon the bank sued this man to force him to sell his house, sell his car, and everything. So this 70-year-old man's life is destroyed. His family home is gone. The wealth he has been building throughout his life is gone. And the bank charged him a lot of interest. Very soon he died. He passed away. 200 people turns up in his funeral. including the creditors, the people who lend him money to help him with the business, right? But the banker and the director who gave him the advice didn't turn up. How ironic it is.
Yeah.
Very ironic. So yeah, you just have to be careful who you listen to. That means, to me, that means you need to have the wisdom beforehand. You need to have knowledge beforehand. Don't just blindly listen to people who claim them they are professional. Yeah, that's what I learned. How about you, Jay? What have you learned today?
Well, for me, to start, I'll use verses 3 and 4, which says, "Cry out for insight and ask for understanding. Search for them as you would for silver. Seek them like hidden treasures." It says about wisdom, it says about what God is telling us, what God is teaching us. So this book was written more than 2,000 years ago, and so the words and also the teaching is pretty new, and the whole chapter teaches me that we need to be very, very careful with who we are talking, exactly what you just said, who we are telling what we are saying, or actually be careful what we are saying, to who we are saying things. There was another thing that came in my mind, that in terms of business, or starting business, we made and we make partnerships, and if we don't really know the integrity of the other person, of the person that you would like to have with you in your business, it's not a good idea to offer partnerships in your business, because here show us that, especially on verses 16, it's compare with a woman. Wisdom will save you from the immoral woman. But if we use it as a partnership, if you have wisdom, you have the ability, you have the sense, which person you can choose to be your partner, or you can find to work with you on your business, just because of the wisdom, because we are constantly searching for new learnings. Did it make sense for you guys?
Yes, totally.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Matthews.
Okay. The main thing that I saw in this chapter is about wisdom. uh, Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and this book shows that there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Uh, Knowledge is about uh, ability of recognizing a concept or theme or other things. But wisdom is more about actions. Um, when I need to do anything, I need wisdom for execute this thing. Um, for example, there is an option for you. You need wisdom for choose the right thing. And God is our provider. God gives us wisdom. In James, I don't remember what chapter, James said about wisdom. Um, who don't have wisdom um, ask for God, and God will give you wisdom. Um, it's very, very precious for us because in many cases I don't have wisdom, but God has wisdom, and God can give wisdom. That's it.
Very good.